welcome back to the CRAPS table. Skill and Luck will be your host. I want to do a comparison on this Hedgeless Horseman and see what I can come up with the 6 and 8 versus the non 6 and 8 this time. All right, so it's 750. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 25, and then 50. Okay. Same here. And we're off to the races. So it's a quarter, don't, quarter, don't. Random roll, 4. Alright, that's actually good for both of us. He's going to throw a quarter in the come, a quarter in the come, and there's my 6. And 8. Now, I got 10 extra ways working for me. And that's what we're after. And there's an 8. 6, 2, 8. So what happens is these travel. Now I'll get paid on there. So there's my 14. All right, and so what am I going to do? I'll just I'm going to take my winnings of the 14, bring it back to me, and then what I'll do is I'm going to transfer that to the 6. Okay, making it 14. We both throw in another combat, and we're off to the races. No roll. That's a 5, fever 5, no field 5. Okay, so these travel. All right. Okay, so he can go. They want to establish 3 comes. Okay, so I've got 50 working for me and 50 against, so that's a wash. Plus I got my 24, so which kind of puts me in a negative hole right there. So, so what you could do is you could at this point, if I want to keep the 6, 8, I can remove the 6. And leaving it, you know, a wash there, or I could leave that there and try and come up with double odds to protect against that. You know, laying 2 to 1 because the 4 is the point. I've already got 14 as a locked up profit, so the only thing that could really kill me is the repeat of the point. So, but I'm a 2 to 1 favorite, and I still like my extra, you know, 5 ways of winning. So I think that's an okay risk. Okay, you can in fact, you know. You don't have to lay a total of 50 if you don't want to. You could, you know, go, you know, we're at a $10 table, so you could go anywhere from, you know, 20 on up to 250. So any increment of that would be fine. I'm trying to think if there would be any advantage of moving the place from here to the point. If we did that, I'm just theorizing here. So if we did that, that would make this a wash. And then it would still just cover. We're still behind. So I would still need something. There's still no really good. There's still really no good thing except to take that down. If we're really not wanting to, if the object does not risk, is to keep as much one-on-one and not take odds unless we absolutely have to. Then the real best, probably the best way is just to take that down, leave that as a wash, because we're risking more money than what we're going to win, and we don't really want to do that unless it's absolutely necessary. So there's a balance of really what you're really wanting, how the table's going, and what you're comfortable with. So so some people would think that would be that's an acceptable risk. It is, but if we're really have a small bankroll and we're really super tight on our money management, then that's a good play. Okay. So that keeps us equal with them, and we have still got a 14 win out of this, even though. So that's why, that's a good play of bringing bringing that 14 back. Is because we won. Bringing the 24 back. Because we won the 14, so we're up 14 compared to the other side that is not. So that's a good position to be in. So that's fine with me. 10, hard 10. So these move. Okay, and so basically. We are at a point where it's really we have to really counterbalance this hard now, because the 5 or the 8 didn't re-hit. So it's a $50 because the quarter will balance one of them. So but we're still $50 lopsided. So $50 on the thing is 100. So, and that you don't want to go. If you keep establishing, you could go into the come again, and but the thing is that if you do that, and then you establish a theory, if the next roll was a 9, then you've got to even make even more odds to counterbalance now. Instead of 2 extra, 3 extra, and God forbid another one in theory crafting, and you get to 6. You've got all of them up there. Now you've got 100 that you've got to counterbalance, and that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's at risk. That's just not sitting there banging your head against the wall if things are not producing. So cutting the cord at 3 is still expensive. It's still expensive. So but that's craps. All right, 7. 527. All right, so that's so what happens is, of course, all these lose, go to the bank, and then these win. So that's 50, and and whoops, and 5 for the flat, and that's 50, and that's 5 for the flat. So we get our 3 back that we had, and I'm still showing a profit. And these guys have broken even. They do get their money back, no problem with that, right? So, and I get my money back, and I'm showing a small profit, which is a really good thing. Okay. All right, so we're back at square one. That's one setup. Let's go again. 6, 1, 1 and a 5. Point is 6. All right, so they go into the come. We go into the come, and we do. Now, and when the point is 6 and 8, this is what is really good. For us, you know, it's extra good for when you place it, because theory crafting, if we hit an 8, then we get paid 14. All right, then we can bring back the 14, and then what we can do is we'll take this and make this 24, making this a win-win situation. You know, it's better than a wash. Okay, because this will pay 28 versus the 24, which is a win of $1. So it's a win of $1 or it's a win of $3. So it's a win-win. It's not a wash, it's a win-win. Okay, so that's what's super cool about doing that. So we can take advantage of that. All right, so we are set right now. Let's go. 7. All right, so what happens here? All right, so in this case, they catch up with us, okay? The other side catches up with us. Why? Because we have this out, all right? So we lose this, and so that's $24 in the hole, and we gain 25 there and 25 there. They gain 50. Okay, so that's where they gain that extra back. Okay, so right now it's about even. Okay, so 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So you can see how things can. I mean, it's not, nothing's guaranteed to stay straight. Now, I don't know what I could have. We'll look at this again. 7. Okay. We'll look at this again if we get another point of 6 or 8 here. There's 6. Wow. Okay, cool. Just what the doctor ordered, right? Okay. Now, let's, there's 12 on the 6, 12 on the 8. All right, so now, what else could we have done? Okay, in this position, if we want to keep the 7 as strong as that, my local casino doesn't have hops. I know everyone's screaming hop, 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 but if your casino doesn't have, I mean, if your casino has hops, that's the magic answer. I mean, that's seriously the magic answer. But mine doesn't, and so the only thing I've got is that any 7 crap, which is 4 to 1. Which just completely sucks and is not a good bet under any circumstance. Is any 7 that pays 4 to 1, that's just garbage. So the next alternative for me at my local casino is to take odds against it. So what do we say? 6 is the point. All right, so I have to lay 6 to win 5. So if I laid 30, that would be covered. So that's what I would be forced to do to keep my extra 10 variations, my 10 options, my 10 extra combinations, get the verbiage right, combinations working for me, to keep the 6, the 7, and the 8 strong, or power, keep them powerful, than just the 7 only. So that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to keep the 6, the 7, and the 8 properly balanced. And so that leaves me with no choice. Okay. 8, 2, 6, 8. So that pays 14. All right. All right. So again, what I would do in this situation is I would pull back the 14. All right. And then I would make this look like that. Okay. That way, it helps nullify that. So this travels to the 8. There's another come, another come. Now, let's evaluate this. This and this is a wash. I've got this and this as a wash. Okay, so he's got that as a wash, and actually he's ahead if the 7 comes. Okay, so he'll gain an extra quarter. So I would have to, for this and this to be a wash, this and this to be a wash, to keep me equal, I still have to keep that up. So am I willing to keep that up? And if I kept that up, would it be advantageous? I'm thinking, would it be advantageous to actually just put and make this 20, it's 20, that's 30, 36. And make that 36. So is that the is that a good thing? That might be a good thing. I still got $2. We'll see. Let's try it out. 5 fever 5. Those travel. All right. So there's a combat, and there's a combat for me. Okay. So. I don't know. That and that and that. Okay, well, that's not too bad. He's got the 5 covered there and the 8 covered there. So that's a flat balance for him as well. Okay, so if he's balanced and happy, I'm balanced and happy. 8. All right, so these come down. They get remarked. Okay, so now the $64,000 question is, do we only want 3 combats only, and then start and not do any more combats now, and then want these to hit and come down so we can replace those with place bets? Because we don't want other combats coming up here and getting, you know, wilder and wider and the outer numbers. We don't want that. You know, this is the best that we can. This is the best situation that we can have, actually, right here. So, you know, that's just food for thought. Right now, if he, so if we wanted to take advantage of this and not come through the come again, for him, he's got his balanced for here. He'll need to balance here, so he'll need to either do the hop 7s, or he's got to do the same and take odds to protect his one of his 25 come. That's became a number. All right, so so let's do that. So again, that's 30, and for me, this is okay. This is okay, and now I'm in a then I've got that forces me to bump mine up to another to 60. So that's a red alert, red flag right there, you know. So it is what it is. I've got, you know, so now it's not balanced again. So okay, so wait. So if it's not, wait. So we have the option, instead of doing that, we're not actually forced to do that. We could actually take this down, and if we take this place bet down, then what? Then we're in the same boat as they are, or we could, you know, we could regress it to the minimum, and then take a little bit extra. So I have to get change. Let me get change here. All right, and that would be an extra 2 plus that for that. If I wanted to keep that. See, I'm just thinking as I'm going, thinking outside the box. And excuse me for just a second. My nose is driving me crazy, so I apologize. I've got to blow my nose first. Just a second. All right, thank you very much for your patience. All right, so back at it. All right, so if we really want that 6, then that's what we would be forced to do. Again, I don't think that's the. I don't want. The whole thing about the Hedgeless Horseman is that we don't want to lay or take odds unless we're absolutely, you know, have to, and we want to keep it as much as, you know, keep it as low as possible, because we're wanting that 1-to-1 ratio. So I would really want to take that down and just leave that like that and bring that back to me. And that's what I would, you know, do. And then wanting those to show themselves. So with all that talking and no rolling, see, that's one of the reasons it's 4-1, See, if we had those come bets, you know, that would be a number that we do not want. So that's why I would want to shy away from any more come bets, because we don't know where they're going to go, you know. So I'd rather not take that risk, you know, and then have to throw more money, more protection money for these outside come bets. I don't want to do that. 7, 5, 2, 7. All right, so these go down. That gets paid 1 to 1, and there you go. And so breaking even is not, you know, bad. So it's just not it's not bad. Let's go another round, and then I'll cut it off, because I don't want to keep you guys forever. But so what in the world? Because I know it was 3, and I know we didn't dip into the. I know we didn't dip into it, so that was weird. 6, 4, 2, 6. All right. So there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Okay, so once again, do I want to try to keep to match his his potential $50 win if the 7 comes, and me just get the 26, or do I want to lay to protect this to keep equal? Excuse me, to keep equal with that. Honestly, honestly, I don't want to lay. I don't want to take. I don't want to take odds against the point. I just don't, because I don't want to risk more money than what I'm going to win. So, because I'm getting more combinations working for me, I'm okay with getting to the $26 win compared to the $50 win if we 7 out next. Okay. So, because I'm willing to risk that for the $14. You're saying, well, you're risking, you're losing 20, you're losing, close to 20, you're losing 24, you're losing an extra 24 just to gain 14. Yeah, but then I'm throwing out another 30, and if that 6, well, if that 6 hits, I get 14 plus, I don't know. I haven't really calculated all that out yet, so I'm just talking it out. So anyway, I think this is better. I'm not, I haven't put all the everything to it, so it's still a work in progress. I haven't grinded every single scenario out. So that's part of what we're doing here. That's a 10. Those travel. So these are good questions to have. Okay, so now before you react, you got to think. This covers this, and this covers this. Okay, so I'm okay for almost a wash. So I'd be making $1. He'll be breaking straight even. Okay, so I still have a small advantage right here. Yo. Alrighty. And then an 8. 3, 8, 8. Okay, so these travel. This gets paid. Okay, so again, I would bring this over to cover the 6, making that a win-win. Let's see if I bring this back. I just want to think. I want to think. If I bring this back and I don't put up another come, then I've got 3 versus 1, and so I'm going to have to lay a lot of odds. So if I take another one, then I don't have to lay as much. And I've got an 8, which I like. I've got a 10, which I don't like. So decisions, right? So we know so I've got to put out $30. Yeah. Unless I take this down. Wait, if I take this down, if I take that down, then that becomes a wash. Huh. Maybe that's the. See, that's why you got to think it through. What do you know? What there's so many different options that you can do. So I think that is probably the better play. I think that's the better play. I think, yeah, I think that's the better play. Because if we get, yeah, let's do it. 5. No field 5. Snakes travel. And now we're both we're both, well, it's not as bad as it looks. I mean, because we've got these numbers at the best advantageous place on the boards for us. Okay, so it's not that's not, it could be worse. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, they could be spread out worse. All right, so the 5 is covered by the don't, so there's 50 that's at risk to counterbalance. So you would need 60 to counterbalance it. Okay, so I assume if you can't hop, if you're like my local doesn't have it, then that's your best option. And let's do it. 6. Yeah, great. Just great. All right, so 6, that means that's down, and that means everything goes down on that. It goes to the bank. These are up, and we do not, we need these numbers more than anything. John says that at this point that he would not replace the 25, so, and that's fine. Just what you don't want. So complete and utter disaster. God, I hate going out on that kind of note. I really do. I just hate going out on that note. Dang it. Wow. Well, I told you I would try and cut it short. So let's see what we're at. That's just devastating, and 3/4. Okay, well, my side got him. So the 6 and 8 did turn out to be the better way to go this time. It's it's not guaranteed because, you know, if you there's ways that the 7 being dominant, you know, can screw with you. So you got to be super careful. You got to be on your toes. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to keep to your game plan. Know in advance what you're looking for. You know, your if then, if this then that. You know, you got to have that in your head. So this requires practice, and more practice, just like any system, until you have it completely, you know, memorized. So, good look at the tables. I just wanted to show. I wasn't for sure how this was going to turn out. You know, you never know how it's going to turn out with this 6 and 8 variant. Getting some extra combinations, 10 combinations working for you, along with the 7, the 6 ways of making it a 7. So it is what it is for this round. That's not the final round by any stretch of the means. So just this way won this time. Okay. So anyway, we'll see you again at the craps tables next time. Have a great one. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't. You guys can take it. You can take it to the next level and subscribe. If you're just, if you're not. So I appreciate it. You know, the views. I appreciate everybody checking stuff out. And until next time, we'll see you at the craps table. Craps Nation, Blue Ridge Crew, all that good stuff. You know, Yay team, go. All right, Skill 'em up. Signing out. Bye.